Phenomenology and Criticism. Introduction. Phenomenology, a philosophical perspective and method developed by Edmund Husserl, has had a profound influence on various fields, including literary criticism. This video explores the core tenets of phenomenology, its application in literary analysis, and the emergence of phenomenological criticism as exemplified by the Geneva School of Critics. It also delves into the works of Roman Ingarden and the implications of consciousness of the consciousness of another in understanding literature. By examining the intersection of phenomenology and criticism, we gain insights into how literary works are perceived, experienced, and interpreted. The essence of phenomenology. Edmund Husserl's phenomenology seeks to analyze human consciousness as experienced independently of preconceptions. Consciousness is seen as a unified intentional act, always directed towards an object. Through the concept of epoch or suspension, phenomenology frees itself from preconceived notions about the nature of experience and the reality of the objects of consciousness. Roman Ingarden and literary experience. Roman Ingarden adapted phenomenology to formulate how readers understand and respond to literary works. He posited that a literary work originates in the intentional acts of the author, which are directed towards objects. Readers, through active reading, fill out potential and intermediate aspects of the text, creating an actualized aesthetic object within their consciousness. This object constitutes its own fictional world, a quasi-reality distinct from the external world. The Geneva School and Critics of Consciousness. The Geneva School of Critics, comprising Marcel Raymond, Albert Biguin, Jean Rousset, Jean-Pierre Richard, and Georges Poulet, embraced phenomenological principles. They viewed literary works as subjective creations of the author's unique mode of consciousness, as opposed to the objective approach of formalism. Critics of consciousness seek to identify and experience the author's consciousness by bracketing personal prepossessions, achieving participation with the immanent consciousness of the author. Unique perspectives and varying approaches. Critics of consciousness differ in the degree of attention given to specific elements of a text and its author's consciousness. J. Hillis Miller emphasized the revelation of an author's obsessions, problems, and attitudes by assembling widely separated passages. Georges Poulet explored the history of imaginative treatments of time, identifying shared period consciousness while acknowledging individual manifestations. Influence and transition. The criticism of consciousness peaked in the 1950s and 60s but gave way to structuralism and deconstruction. However, its concepts continue to influence reader response criticism and reception aesthetic. Conclusion. Phenomenology as a philosophical perspective has significantly impacted literary criticism. By adopting a phenomenological lens, critics have delved into the consciousness of authors and readers, emphasizing subjectivity and unique experiences. The Geneva School's approach to literature as fictional worlds crafted by authors' consciousness offers an alternative to objective formalism. Phenomenological criticism continues to resonate, leaving a lasting imprint on the analysis of literature. So this was the discussion on the term phenomenology and criticism. We will meet in the next video and discuss some other term. Until then, goodbye and thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to this series on literary terms and literary theory. If you want to study the notes and MCQs related to this term, you can click the link given in the description. We are also going to start our online and offline classes for UGC NET for English literature very soon. So stay connected with us.